Good afternoon. This is Lunchtime News. I'm Jackie Wambiru. Well, we have a comprehensive bulletin lined up this afternoon. And to kick us off, we cross over to Serena Hotel here in Nairobi, where Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i earlier on was accompanied by Energy Principal Secretary Major General Dr. Gordon Kihalangwa, and he held a meeting with the board of Kenya Power and Lighting Company, and he did discuss matters on the implementation of the recommendations by the task force on reducing the cost of electricity. Well, our reporter Betty Kiptum is on standby and has more details. Kiptum?
A very good afternoon to you, Jackie, there in studio. We are coming to you live from the Serena Hotel. Now, just 30 minutes ago, the Interior CS, Fred Matiang'i, was speaking to journalists after having meetings with the energy team, that is from the Kenya Power and Lighting Company, as well as the Energy Ministry, to discuss reforms that are going to be, the recommendations of a task force that are going to be implemented to ensure that the cost of electricity comes down. Just a prelude to that, the task force was formed in March this year by the president to just look into why the cost of electricity is rising, and just to ensure that these challenges are met and the cost of electricity comes down. One of the issues that came out of that task force report was that the power purchase agreements for independent power producers, the tariffs were pretty high compared to those of KenGen, and that has led the task force, or that led the task force to recommend that any ongoing power purchase agreements that have not been concluded are going to be suspended. Dr. Matiang'i also reiterated that. He said that the suspension of these PPAs, the power purchase agreements, is effective today. He said that today is the start of 90 days that will see the recommendations, including a forensic audit of the Kenya Power and Lighting Company, as well as billing, being just reviewed, the billing systems being reviewed to ensure that Kenyans are not paying more than they need to access electricity. So he says that within the next 90 days, Kenyans who maybe have been paying about 500 shillings currently for electricity will pay less, 170 shillings. That is, they will pay 330 shillings. That is quite the slash. Remember, the cost of electricity, according to the report recommended by the task force and taken up by the president himself, and now being implemented by Dr. Matiang'i, as well as the Energy Ministry and the Kenya Power and Lighting Company, is set to see the cost of electricity come down by about 33%. Well, those are just some of the recommendations that will be implemented over the next 90 days, and it's only for Kenyans to watch and see these implementations take place and ensure that by 31st of December they'll be paying less to light up their houses and just power their appliances in their houses, as well as to see the cost of goods come down. Jackie, we shall be bringing our viewers updated on these in other subsequent bulletins, but for now, that is all. Back to you in studio.
Well, that was our reporter Betty Kiptum giving us an update on the steps being undertaken to reduce the cost of electricity in the country.